What if I told you that the very thing silently clogging your arteries, stealing your energy, and putting you at risk of heart disease isn't something out of your control, but something you can start changing today without another pill, without feeling deprived, and without losing joy in your food? Let me ask you a blunt question. Do you really believe that cholesterol is only about genetics or luck? Or could it be that many of us are unknowingly feeding the problem every single day with small habits that seem harmless? I know it sounds shocking, but millions of Americans over 50 are living with cholesterol levels that are way too high. And most don't even realize that the solution may already be in their hands, on their plate, and in their daily routine. If you've ever felt frustrated hearing your doctor say, "Your cholesterol is high, you should consider medication," and you secretly thought to yourself, "Is there another way? Could I fix this naturally?" Then stay with me, because this conversation is for you. I want to share not just dry facts, but real stories, real science made simple, and practical steps you can actually live with. Because I know what it feels like to be at that crossroads, hearing the word cholesterol and feeling like it's a sentence you can't escape. But what if I told you it's not? Cholesterol has been painted as the villain in every health discussion. And yes, too much of the wrong kind is dangerous. It builds up in your arteries, narrows the blood flow, and can trigger heart attacks or strokes. But here's something most people never tell you. Cholesterol is also essential for your body. It helps make hormones, build cell membranes, and even aids in digestion. The problem isn't cholesterol itself, it's the imbalance. Too much LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, combined with too little HDL, the good one. It's like having more garbage than garbage collectors in your city. The waste piles up, and eventually, the system breaks down. But here's the hopeful twist. Balance can be restored, naturally, without depending only on a prescription. I learned this truth not just from medical journals, but from watching my own family. My uncle, for example, had dangerously high cholesterol in his late 50s. He was onto medications, felt tired all the time, and thought that was just his fate. But then he made gradual changes, nothing extreme. He started walking after dinner, switched from butter-loaded breakfasts to oatmeal with berries, cut back on processed meats, and added more fiber-rich vegetables. Within 6 months, his doctor was shocked. His LDL dropped, his HDL improved, and he felt like a different man. That's when it hit me. Lowering cholesterol naturally isn't about deprivation, it's about transformation. And it's possible for anyone who's willing to take small but consistent steps. Let's talk about food first, because this is where most of us either create the problem or find the solution. Did you know that foods rich in soluble fiber, like oats, beans, apples, and even humble carrots, can act like sponges in your gut? They soak up excess cholesterol and help flush it out before it enters your bloodstream. Imagine having a built-in cleaning crew working every single day, just by choosing a bowl of oatmeal instead of a greasy breakfast sandwich. Or think about nuts, almonds, and walnuts are powerhouses. Just a handful a day can lower LDL while giving your body healthy fats it desperately needs. And don't get me started on olive oil. Replacing butter or margarine with olive oil isn't just trendy. It's a heart-healing move. Science has shown again and again that people who eat a Mediterranean-style diet, rich in olive oil, vegetables, and fish, have significantly lower risks of heart disease. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That all sounds good, but I've been eating a certain way for decades. Can I really change at my age? My answer? Absolutely yes. You don't need to flip your life upside down overnight. Even swapping out red meat twice a week for fatty fish like salmon or sardines. RICH and omega-3s can reduce inflammation and improve cholesterol balance. It's about steady shifts, not sudden shocks. Let me give you a personal example. I used to love snacking on chips in the evening while watching TV. It was my comfort. But when I learned that trans fats and processed oils directly raise LDL and lower HDL, I felt betrayed by that bag of chips. So I made a simple swap. I started roasting chickpeas with spices. Crunchy, satisfying, and cholesterol-friendly. Within a few months, not only did my cholesterol improve, but I also lost a few pounds without even trying. It didn't feel like punishment, it felt like freedom. And here's the truth. Every bite you take is either fighting cholesterol or feeding it. Which side do you want to be on? But diet is only half the story. Movement is the other. Exercise isn't just about burning calories. It's a natural HDL booster. Think of HDL as the cleanup crew that sweeps cholesterol out of your arteries and takes it back to your liver to be processed. The more you move, the more cleanup crew you hire. And here's the beauty. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. A brisk 30-minute walk, 5 days a week, or even dancing in your living room can dramatically shift the balance. One of my friends, Carol, in her early 60s, hated exercise. She said, "I've never been athletic," but when her cholesterol hit dangerous levels, she started walking with her neighbor every morning. At first, it was just 10 minutes, then 20, then half an hour. Not only did her cholesterol improve, but her mood lifted, her energy soared, and she said she felt 10 years younger. The secret wasn't intensity, it was consistency. Now, let's talk about stress, because we often ignore its role in cholesterol. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which indirectly raises cholesterol and blood sugar levels. Think about it. How many times have you been stressed, reached for comfort food, and then felt worse afterward? Learning to manage stress, whether through deep breathing, meditation, prayer, or even just laughing with friends, isn't just good for your mind. It's literally protecting your heart. Sleep plays a role too. Poor sleep disrupts your body's balance, raises inflammation, and makes cholesterol harder to manage. If you're cutting sleep short, you're cutting your heart health short too. Aim for 7 to 8 hours and watch how your body thanks you. Now, I want to pause here and say something important. If you're already on cholesterol medication, do not feel guilty. Sometimes medicine is necessary, especially if your levels are dangerously high or you have other risk factors. But here's the empowering truth. Lifestyle changes can enhance the effect of your medication, sometimes even allowing your doctor to lower the dose over time. The point is, you are not powerless. You are not stuck. You have choices. And every small change counts more than you think. Let's do a quick recap because I know this is a lot to take in. To lower cholesterol naturally, focus on foods that help clean cholesterol out of your systems. Beans, fruits, vegetables, nuts, olive oil, and fish. Cut back on processed foods, trans fats, and excessive red meat. Move your body consistently, not perfectly. Manage stress, sleep well, and remember that your body is incredibly resilient, even in your 50s, 60s, or beyond. If you've ever thought it's too late for me, I'm here to challenge that belief. Your arteries are not set in stone. Your cholesterol levels are not a permanent sentence. They respond to what you do today, tomorrow, and the next day. I've seen people in their 70s completely transform their numbers with natural changes. So why not you? Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's the hardest part for you when it comes to managing cholesterol? Is it food, exercise, stress, or something else? Share in the comments below because your story might inspire someone else watching this video. And if you're finding this conversation helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue learning and growing together. I want to end with a twist that most people overlook. Lowering cholesterol isn't really about cholesterol. It's about reclaiming your life. It's about more energy to play with your grandkids, more confidence to enjoy your retirement, more freedom from fear every time you visit your doctor. Cholesterol is just the warning light on your dashboard. The real goal is a vibrant, long, joyful life. And that is within your reach. So next time you sit down to eat or lace up your shoes for a walk, remember, you are not just lowering a number on a lab test. You are writing a new chapter of your health story. A chapter filled with strength, freedom, and vitality. And it all starts with one simple choice. Will you take it?